The crystalline ships descended through Earth's atmosphere like falling stars, their hulls shimmering with the opalescent beauty that marked Zephyrian technology. Ambassador Cathara watched the primitive blue world grow larger through the viewport, her four eyes analyzing the electromagnetic signatures that pulsed from the planet's surface. The readings were peculiar. Ambassador, her aide, Velkon, approached with measured steps. The human delegation is prepared to receive us at the designated coordinates. Cathara's tentacles rippled with amusement. Humans. Such an insignificant species. The Galactic Council's decision to extend membership to them remains baffling. The Terran landing pad materialized beneath them, a simple concrete structure surrounded by what appeared to be ceremonial guards in primitive cloth uniforms. As the Zephyrian delegation disembarked, Cathara noted the curious absence of energy weapons among the human escorts. Instead, they carried crude projectile devices that her scanner identified as firearms, technology her people had abandoned millennia ago. Secretary General Sarah Chen stepped forward, her small frame dwarfed by the towering alien ambassadors. Behind her stood a diverse group of humans, their expressions carefully neutral despite the historic moment unfolding before them. "Welcome to Earth," Chen said through the universal translator, her voice carrying an unexpected steadiness. "We're honored by the Galactic Council's invitation to join the greater community." Cathara's translator converted her response into the primitive human language. "The Council has voted to extend provisional membership to your species. However, certain requirements must be met." She gestured, and Velkon produced a holographic document that hung in the air between them. The terms materialized in flowing script: complete disarmament, surrender of all military vessels, submission to galactic peacekeeping forces, and the establishment of tribute quotas for Earth's natural resources. Chen's face remained impassive as she read, but something shifted in her dark eyes, a flicker that Cathara's enhanced senses registered but dismissed as typical primitive emotion. "I see," Chen said quietly. "And if we decline these terms?" Cathara's tentacles swayed in what her species considered a gracious gesture. "Then Earth will be classified as a rogue world. The Council's enforcement fleets will ensure compliance through alternative means." The human delegation exchanged glances that lasted mere seconds, yet somehow conveyed volumes of unspoken communication. Chen stepped forward again, and when she spoke, her voice carried a weight that hadn't been there moments before. "Ambassador Cathara, I believe there's been a fundamental misunderstanding about humanity's position in this negotiation." The Zephyrian's chromatic skin shifted to a confused purple hue. "Misunderstanding? Your species has barely achieved interplanetary travel. You possess no advanced weaponry, no significant fleet, no—" Chen raised a hand, and impossibly, the powerful alien ambassador fell silent. "Computer," Chen said to the air, "show them Protocol 7. The sky above them darkened as if storm clouds had suddenly gathered, but Cathara's instruments detected no atmospheric disturbance. Instead, they registered something that made her heart skip beats. Energy signatures unlike anything in the Galactic Council's vast databases. The darkness wasn't clouds, it was ships. Thousands upon thousands of vessels materialized in Earth's orbit, their sleek black hulls drinking in starlight. These weren't the crude chemical rockets that Cathara's intelligence reports had documented. These were craft that bent spacetime around them, their energy readings climbing beyond her instrument's ability to measure. "You see, Ambassador," Chen continued conversationally as the alien delegation stared upward in growing horror, "humanity has always had a gift for misdirection. While your scouts observed our primitive surface technology, we built something else entirely." Velkon's translator crackled with interference as he stammered, "Impossible. Our sensors, the Council's intelligence, was fed exactly what we wanted you to see," Chen finished. "Did you really think a species capable of splitting atoms and manipulating quantum fields hadn't progressed beyond shooting metal pellets at each other?" Cathara's skin had shifted to a sickly gray. Her scanners were now detecting energy signatures from across Earth's surface. Massive installations hidden beneath seemingly innocent structures, power sources that dwarf stars, weapon systems that could crack moons. The truth is, Chen said, walking closer to the paralyzed ambassador, humanity received your council's communications 50 years ago. We've been preparing ever since, not for membership, for contact with species that might not have our best interest at heart. The human leader gestured to the sky where the dark fleet hung like a promise of annihilation. Each of those ships could sterilize a star system. The technology came naturally to us once we stopped pretending to play nice with each other and focused on the real threats among the stars. Cathara found her voice, though it emerged as barely a whisper. What do you want? Chen smiled, and in that expression lay something that made the seasoned diplomat's advanced mind recoil. Want? Ambassador, you misunderstand the situation. Once again, we don't want anything from you. She turned to address her own delegation, speaking in rapid human languages that the universal translator struggled to parse. Immediately, the electromagnetic spectrum around Earth began shifting as humanity's hidden infrastructure came fully online. The Galactic Council can choose to recognize Earth as an equal member. No tributes, no disarmament, no peacekeepers, Chen announced. Or the Council can discover why every intelligence-gathering probe they've sent to this system over the past decade has mysteriously disappeared. The holographic treaty terms began dissolving as Chen's people transmitted their own documents. Agreements written in mathematics and physics that even the advanced Zephyrians could barely comprehend, outlining humanity's conditions for peaceful coexistence. Your choice, Ambassador, Chen said as Cathara's communicator began receiving frantic transmissions from the Council fleet positioned at the edge of the solar system. Reports of massive gravitational anomalies and energy readings that suggested the presence of forces beyond their understanding. As the crystal ships prepared for their hasty departure, Ambassador Cathara realized that the Galactic Council had made a fundamental error. They had assumed that a young species would be weak, that primitive surface technology indicated primitive capabilities overall. They had forgotten that sometimes the most dangerous predator is the one that's learned to hide its fangs. Humanity had answered the galaxy's call for peace with a demonstration of power that would reshape the cosmic balance forever. And as Earth's true fleet maintained its vigil among the stars, one thing became clear to every civilization watching. The humans were no longer asking for a seat at the galactic table. They owned it.